So welcome back to the AUTOID channel. Today I'm actually in front of the camera and Jack's behind the camera. He's not that good at using the camera.
I've got very steady hands, thank you.
But today we're doing a video on my G82 M4. I'm going to run you through all the parts on this, and Jack's actually going to go out for a first drive in this car because he hasn't actually driven it, and now it is completely different. It's 750 brake horsepower with a whole host of modifications, probably into the £30,000 plus mark worth of modifications. So it's easily one of the most modified G82 M4s in the UK. Anyway, let's run through the parts quickly. Starting off, as you can see, the front bumper is completely different. This is actually a bumper conversion from Adro, and it's got a completely redesigned front grille. As you can see, it just widens the car out a lot, and it also works in an aero aspect as well. It's not just for looks. Underneath that, you've also got a carbon splitter and anniversary badges, and here, CSL DRL modules as well. So Adro have literally just released carbon grills for this bumper, so I spoke to them and I said I need them ASAP. So that's coming at the end of this. When's this shipment coming in? End of the month? End of the month. Yeah. End of the month. This is going to have some big carbon grills, and it also comes with like carbon ducts that look sort of like OEM rather than this honeycomb style, so that should make it look. The car is pretty low. The reason why it's so low is because it's on Cobra height adjustable springs. I've actually raised this up a little bit, believe it or not. It doesn't really look like I've raised it up at all, but it was too low and I was worried about Jack driving my car and scraping it. So I was like, Jack, no, let me bring it up a bit. So I brought it up. It's probably sitting around 35 mil lower than what a standard one would be. That also brings me on to the wheels. So the wheels are West Forged custom alloys. Excuse the no center caps. One of the center caps actually overtook me whilst I was on a European road trip a couple of weeks ago. Not one actually, two actually overtook me. But anyway, we're not going to go into that. As you can see, Yokohama 8009 semi-slick tyres, because these are probably my favourite tyres in the world. Good in the wet, good in the dry. Also, didn't mention this, down here, the Adro side skirt is part of the full Adro body kit. It has like a nice sort of like swooping down winglet, which
actually carries on.
And it carries on to the rear diffuser. Yeah. As Jack just mentioned. When I bought my car, it was actually bog spec, so I didn't have no carbon pack or nothing like that. So I have retrofitted the TRE pre-preg carbon fibre wing mirrors as well. So onto the rear, you can see this lovely spoiler. That is the Adro rear wing. Probably my favourite wing on the market, hence me having it, I am biased. I just absolutely love the design aspect of this, the way it's got a nice swan neck and it kind of clamps over the boot. And it actually makes a big difference. Believe it or not, my car is 0.2 seconds faster, 100 to 200, when I've unbolted that wing than when it's on. So that shows you how much downforce it actually produces. Nice. It's a working wing, Jack.
Wow.
No way.
Did you just make that up, or is that
No,
real?
no, it's actually true. Leading on to the Adro rear diffuser, super aggressive diffuser. By the way, all of the carbon on this kit is pre-preg carbon as well. Down here, I've actually got a test piece exhaust on, which is a Boost Logic's full titanium system, which I'll grab the camera off Jack in a second and show you underneath it. It is a test system at the moment though, so there's a lot of changes still to be made. At the moment, it will literally make anyone go deaf. It's stupid. It's time to pop the hood.
See what's under there.
See what's under the hood. Not a lot really, only a Eventuri full carbon fibre intake and the golden wrench kit. This is the Eventuri carbon fibre intake. Being biased again, but this is the best intake you can actually get on the market. It looks the best and it probably performs the best. I don't know too much about the performing aspect, but Imran told me that it's a good intake and he works at Eventuri, so
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Just a little touch, this is just the golden wrench engine bay dress up kit. One thing that I do need, but Jack hasn't given me one yet, is a carbon fibre engine cover and also a carbon fibre battery cover. And we've also got brand new carbon fibre strut braces, which are currently being built in the UK.
Yes. I can't wait for that. That is going to be a really sick product. And
tell them about the extra bit.
Oh, what the little titanium touch?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's going to be sick. So stay tuned for that, because there is going to be a video coming 2 weeks time. There's going to be a full engine dress up on the G87 M2, and then what I'm going to do is when Jack goes, and a new colour, and then when Jack goes home, I'm taking all his engine bay bits. Yeah. So whilst the bonnet's popped up, I thought I'd just go through the sort of performance specs which I've done to this car, other than the Eventuri intake. So it's running a catless downpipe system, but they got heat shield to stop heat dissipation and all that doobaroo what's it. Evolve have actually tuned this car so it had a femto unlock It's had a femto unlock, Evolve tuned this car, so it's sitting at between 700 to 750 brake horsepower, and it's also got an XHP stage 3 tune on it, so the gearbox is. And I think that's it, isn't it?
I think that is it, mate. Yeah. And we've got some nice little touches here as well. Did you mention the golden wrench?
I mentioned that earlier, yeah.
You did, yeah.
You're just not listening, are you?
Blue does look really nice, actually. And we decided on the blue because of the headlights and the laser lights.
That's
do you remember?
it, yeah.
It's a nice little touch.
And I also want to get the same blue on my calipers because my calipers are black.
Oh yeah, that would go off.
The black looks crap, doesn't it?
Yeah, black looks crap.
Anyway.
Is it my time to drive the
It's
car?
Jack's turn to drive. I'm going to show you what he done last time he drove my car, my E36, and now I'm a little bit worried anyway, but let's just jump in the car.
94% of you aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel. This makes Jack sad. Click the subscribe button and click the bell icon and drop a comment below and say, I've enjoyed watching this video of the world's fastest BMW and watch Jack rip up the roads. Also, I love Jack's trim. And comment and say, I love the sound of this exhaust. LMFAO. Right, moment of truth then. Let's see what the car's all about.
All right, come on in, Jack. Get your seating position sorted nicely.
Yeah, it's all right actually. I don't think I've got to do too much movement.
It's loud.
All right, let's see. It is loud.
Initial thoughts though, just jumping straight in the car, difference between this and the G87 M2.
The only visual difference is obviously the dashboard's different. It's the same as what we had in the G42. But otherwise, steering wheel's exactly the same, other than you've got a few more buttons on it because you've got the proper driverless stuff in this.
Yep.
That exhaust is a lot louder, isn't it?
Oh, it's so loud. So a quick one, sorry, about that exhaust. It's a test exhaust, and at the moment the valve system isn't working properly, so it's basically a complete straight through.
Yeah.
So titanium from the S58 back, titanium pipes of just nothing.
Yeah, it literally just goes all the way through. You've got no cats, no OPFs, no resonators.
Yeah. So
yeah, it is.
It sounds ridiculous when you're under load,
Yeah,
but when you're cruising around, you feel like a right waddy.
Mate, the steering is so direct. This feels completely different.
I told you.
Yeah, the steering feels completely different. I'm actually shocked. You've been banging on about it for ages. I've been just tuning out a little bit when it talks about it.
You thought I was talking rubbish.
But yeah, no, it feels completely different. I'm guessing this is something to do with the CSL flash you've got on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention that. It's got a CSL steering flash on it from the BMW G82 CSL.
Yeah, and no one seems to be talking about that. We were saying earlier, like no one actually mentions that online, but this has it's completely transformed the way the car drives.
If you do want to have that done, hit up Defined Coding, because that's the guy that come out and done it for me. He's a lovely bloke.
Yeah, it's relatively easy, but there's kind of, I mentioned it literally just recently in our G87 3,000 mile drive. There's a bit of a dead spot there feels like, in this though it's not. It's like you move the wheel just a couple of degrees and the car responds instantly.
A quick little thing to mention, which I've actually got mapped on this car, is it's got a flame map. So if you hold down, it's got switchable maps, hold down that, and then you'll see, if you go up and down now, Jack, you'll see the rev gauge goes up and down. I think number 2 is flames, number 1 is just like a normal overrun.
Keep that in 2 permanently then, yeah?
Yeah. Was it in number 2?
Yeah, it's in 2.
Yeah, so if you go into like M2 now and you let off, just little ones.
This is genuinely being my first time putting my foot down in this car. Second gear?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait, try and get a little bit of a bit
yeah,
more stretch.
I'll find a stretch.
Rev it out a bit more as well. You shifted a bit early.
Yeah, I shifted early.
Feels good in the passenger seat though.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Right, this is going to be so annoying to edit.
Oh my god. Bro, it just keeps pulling. It's a completely different car to the M2.
Yeah. I told you.
These cars have so much potential. That is nuts.
And that's obviously X-Drive MDM, so traction's like half off with four-wheel drive in the sport mode. Dude. But the rear wheel mode is undrivable.
I can see that now.
It's like
we've been sitting in the office, you've been like, no, bro, rear wheel drive is undrivable.
Yeah.
Now I get why.
Let's do a quick launch then, Jack.
Let's do it. Right,
go on.
Foot to the floor, yeah?
Foot to the floor, both pedals, hold it, let go.
That's stealth, bro. You shouldn't be able to hold a steering wheel, you should be locked in. That's
Now being in the passenger, I can see why Julie, like my missus, she gets so car sick in this car.
Oh, do you feel sick?
Yeah, I've got literally my stomach hurts.
Honestly, bro, it feels like my car's asleep compared to this.
It's nuts.
This just feels like how the engine should be.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It feels very, very, very comfortable at this power level.
Do you see what I mean about cornering as well?
Yeah, you come up to a corner and you're like, oh,
yeah,
shit, I'm doing a bit faster.
No, I mean like,
sorry, the way entrance
compared to the M2.
As in how it sort of like nips into it.
Yeah, I feel like you can get more corner speed in this car.
I don't know.
You're not pushing it.
I understand what you're saying.
Point.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
I think it might be confidence because of the X-Drive.
Because of the X-Drive, maybe. Yeah, because you can get on the power a lot earlier with this.
Yeah, you're like halfway around the bend, you can get your foot almost, well, not all the way down, but you can get your foot down.
Yeah. The steering's so much more direct. That's probably the biggest change. Obviously, the power is hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, straight away, mate, like it's insane. This feels like a proper M car.
The problem with this power, though, I think it's a bit too much.
I think around 600, 650. Yeah. If you could get the telemetry up, I was probably doing like 50, 60, 70% throttle.
Yeah.
You didn't need the whole thing. And I felt like if I was gonna, it would just step out a little bit.
Yeah, no, it does. So you come around the corner and then like, as if you throttle a bit too much, even in the X-Drive, it comes straight out. Yeah. But then if you like apply a bit more throttle, it kind of pulls it back in again. Right. It's a bit weird. It's not like a rear-wheel drive car. No.
It's an odd setup they've done. Having driven this now, I think the exhaust makes a massive difference. Yeah. Like I've actually really enjoyed the exhaust because it sounds raw. Yeah. Like mine just sounds like it's just been muffled just a little bit. Yeah. It sounds like you're listening to the exhaust through a wall.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Like I do love the sound of this exhaust when you're ragging it.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
just don't
really
like
nice.
it when you're cruising.
No,
but that's because the valves don't work.
Yeah, I reckon perfect combo would be this from an M2 standpoint. Similar sort of exhaust system, maybe with an extra resonator in it. Yeah. And around 600 horsepower. So one nice thing as well is if you want to stop the overrun, you can literally just click that little exhaust button down there and it turns the overrun off. I love the sound of the exhaust though. Yeah. That gear changes are unreal. It's so like aggressive now, isn't it? Like that. You feel like you're in an Aventador. You actually do. You know it goes oh boom. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Speak then. What? Oh mate, unreal. What a motor this is. I told you. Yeah, I literally said it. Alcantara steering wheel you need. Yeah, no, it needs the steering wheel's a bit grim, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you very much for letting me have a go. More than welcome, bud, finally. Yeah. Mate, how long have you had the car now? Like a year. It's the first time I've actually driven it properly. I think you drove it when it was stock, didn't you? Yeah. That was it. Yeah, this feels entirely different to the M2, which is no surprise, but number one, I'm 100% getting the steering flash done, without a doubt. Yeah. XHP's getting done, and I'm going to decide what we do with the tuning, because a Femto unlock is probably going to be the best option, but I'm not bothered about pushing big power. I wonder if we get a JB, because we never done a custom tune on the JB4. Yeah. So maybe if we get the JB4 and then try and reach out to like a JB4 custom tuner, because obviously, by the way guys, we don't do any tuning, this is just us enjoying the actual cars. All we do is just styling. Yes. But we thought sort of driving is probably a bit more interested than us talking about what it looks like. Definitely. We'll just get to give our impressions. Like, obviously, these are shop cars.
That's it.
Yeah, this is your personal car. It's obviously interesting to see what what we're driving.
Like.
Yeah, what we're driving, because you see them all on Instagram, and it's not often we get to actually talk about kind of how they feel. We're stuck in a bit of traffic here, so I might as well just round the video off. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Obviously, this has been a lot of fun for us to make, so it's not exactly a hard day's work, but we do appreciate you watching, and yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because it means we can rationalise coming out and doing this stuff whilst we should be doing work to everyone in the office. But yeah, drop us a comment in below, tell us what you think of the car. If there's any comparisons you want to see, if there's any stuff that we might have missed that you want to know about, ask us below, and we'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, cheers.